Hi Stitchy friends, welcome to Cross My Stitches. My name is Jackie and today is January 7, 2021. Happy New Year to everyone. This is going to be my 2020 WIP Parade, the WIPs that I'm bringing into 2021 with me. I currently have 24 WIPs, and it's funny, I'm going to show you this only because I think it's funny. You can see all the white out on here because I have found things multiple times. I have found after I finished the list, I would find something else that I had started that I did not have on my list. So I had to go back and white everything out and make the list again. And hopefully this time I have not forgotten anything. Okay, 24, not crazy, but too much for me right now. I really would like to get down to 10 or 12. It may happen by the end of this year. We'll see, because I started a bunch of stuff towards the end. From August until December, I started 7 things just since August. I guess I went on this new start binge that I had to go on to try to feed something inside of me that I needed something new and exciting to work on. So we'll go through all these from 2017 is my oldest WIP, all the way up to December of 2020. So let's get started. Let's not put anything off. Let's get it rolling and see if I can get this done quickly so you guys can see where I am on everything. I have all my WIPs set out except for one, and when I get to that one, I will explain why, and I hopefully will post a picture of the project that it is because it's in my car, and it is my work car project, so I just wanted to leave it out there. So let's get started. So my oldest WIP is Mermaids of the Deep. I started that in November 28th, 2017, and this is one of the first Diddly Daddle Designs, which I believe her name is Teresa, bags that she had made. When she first started making bags, she had this bag, and we did a trade, I think, of some sorts for this bag. She sent me this bag, or I might have purchased it, I can't remember, but she put this on it, WIP, now works in progress, and this is one of the first bags that she created before she got so crazy and her bag started selling like wild. So I still have the bag, I still use it, love this bag, and this holds my oldest WIP. And when you see it, you're probably going to laugh because I didn't get very far on it. So this is Mermaids of the Deep. I'm looking for the colored picture. Here it is. So if you don't know what that looks like, there it is there. Mermaids of the Deep. Love this design. Love this design. And I remember I was kitting this all up and I was missing some Kryneck, I think, when I started this. So I had to order it. Let me find out where it's at. And of course, this is all wrinkled, so you don't expect anything to be ironed because that ain't going to happen today. This was my start on Mermaids of the Deep until I ordered the Kryneck. And mind you, I never picked it back up again. And to be honest with you, I'm looking right now to see if I even got the Kryneck ordered and if it's in here. Yes, I do. I do have it. But I never picked it up again. So it's been sitting all this time with this beautiful, look at this fabric. And I don't even know, I'll have to look in my bag and see if I can find the name of this fabric. But isn't that gorgeous? It's just such a beautiful blue color and that little dinky start. I wonder if I'll get this picked up this year and start working on it. I don't know. I've thought about just, I'm looking for the fabric. I thought about, there it is. It is 32 count Calypso linen and dyed by Stephanie. I guess that was one of my monthlies when she did the monthlies. Boy, do I miss Stephanie and the monthlies at Hand Dyed by Stephanie. She had gotten so busy with the shops and supplying to them, she had to stop her monthly club to focus on the shops and filling their orders and stuff. And I really miss Stephanie. I wish she would come back with her monthly club again. But anyway, this was my first. This is from 2017. So, and it's not getting anywhere. So right now it's going to be in its bag until I decide what to do. Sorry, I'm throwing things on the floor. My second one is Miss Christmas Eve. I started Miss Christmas Eve on 12/24/2017 with my then new stitchy friend Karen on Facebook, because her birthday is December 24th, and she wanted to start Miss Christmas Eve. I really wanted to do it too, so we ended up starting it together. There it is, my first and only Mira. And this is where I'm at with her. Ooh, I wonder if I have the beads, because I have that. I'm sorry, talking to myself. I didn't think I had the treasure pack for Miss Mirabilia, or Miss Christmas Eve, but I see some of the treasures in here, so I'm a little confused as to what happened to the rest of it. But anyway, going back. So Miss Christmas Eve is being stitched on a 32 count. It was Silvery Moon, an opalescent, and I ended up over dyeing it myself a little more just to make it darker, into a darker gray. And this is where she's at right now. I mean, I have so much of her done. I really need to pull her back out. I think I worked on her for just a little while in 2020, maybe once or twice. And I'm thinking Karen's done with hers. If she isn't, then she's just finishing beading or something. But I think she's done with hers. And I really need to finish her. So she's definitely going to be on my radar to try to get her done. And I'm using all the called for colors for her. And she's just so gorgeous. And I've been trying to hunt down an oval frame for her. I would love to get an oval frame. Karen had the most beautiful frame for hers that I just absolutely loved. And it is a gold frame, one of the old gold frames with the bubble glass on the front. I'm like, oh God, I wish I could find one of those. Well, I did find one about a month ago at a Goodwill that's just north of me, but it was too small. It wasn't big enough. So I'm on the hunt still to find at least an oval frame. I would love to find one with the bubble glass, the old style. But if I don't, just finding an oval frame that's wood, that's not plastic, that I can paint would be awesome. So that's number 2. So that's from 2017. Those are the only 2 that I have from 2017. Now I have 1, 2, 3 WIPs from 2018. The first one being Lady of the Flag. So I started Lady of the Flag on 9/11/2018. And I have worked on her here and there. In 2020 a couple of times. So I'm sure everybody knows what she looks like, but there she is there. And this is where I'm at with it. This is the 32 count We the People fabric. That is the overcut size fabric for her to go on so she fits. And yes, I can see that I've worked on this. And there she is. That's the flag, and then the bottom of her dress. Again, another piece I really need to get done. I really need to get her done. She is just so beautiful. And you can see threads hanging there. That's whatever color I was working on. But just a beautiful thing. Love this fabric, this We the People fabric. You can see I'll back it up here. It's got the preamble on it printed. Really nice. You can get this at fabricflare.com. It is for Stitchery Express. That's Cindy Sorley's Facebook group, and also her website where you can order this particular fabric. So that is one of my 2018s that has been waiting for me to work on it. Put these all back in so I don't lose where I'm at. And then my next one is Map of Hawkrun Hollow. I started this October 1st, 2018. And I started this when Cheryl McKinney from Tranquil Stitches was working on hers. And I loved it. I'm not fond of very many of these Hawkrun Hollow ones, but this one I happen to love because it had the hawk. So just a fabulous pattern. Love it. And wanted to stitch it. So this is where I'm at with it. And I am stitching on, let me see if I have it written down here, 36 count doubloon over dyed with tan RIP dye. So I wanted it a little darker, and this is very wrinkly, so I apologize again. But this is as far as I got with it. I still have my little needle minder on it. Let's see. It is very wrinkled. It's been sitting in that bag for a while. I have not touched it. I'm trying to grab it so I can get it to stretch out a little. But there it is there. That's how far I've gotten. I got the hawk space. And you can see my little needle minder up the top there that I made for this. It took a picture and made it into a needle minder. And I haven't touched it since. Another one. Why do I do that? Why do I start these big projects and then lose interest to continue working on them? I don't know. I don't know, but I really would like to get this done. So will it be a focus piece this year? Probably not, but I will eventually get this one done. So, and then my last 2018 project that is still a WIP is, hold on, I'm grabbing down in my box here, called Winter Time by Waxing Moon. This piece was started on my birthday, 12/31/2018. It is a snowman scene that I thought was really super cute. So there's the whole leaflet, and then I'll put it closer so you can see the design there. I just thought that was adorable. And I think part of the reason why I'm not finishing this, because I don't think I'm thrilled with the fabric. This is an even weave. It's probably a 28 count even weave that I hand dyed myself. And it's almost got a pinkish tan tone to it. And I think that's why I haven't continued to work on it, because I feel like, hold on, my needle is dangling here. And God knows I can't walk and talk at the same time, so I have to stop talking to fix it. But I do like the design, but this is where I'm at with it. So, really cute design. I really probably just need to try to pick this up once a month for one day and see if I can knock this out before next Christmas. So you can see the fabric there. It's almost like a pinky tone to it. But just too cute. Look at the cardinal at the top of the tree. Adorable. Just adorable. So that is my last languishing WIP from 2018. On to 2019. So it seems like the more the years come up, the more I get put into the I never get it finished pile. So in 2019, I started the Monarch Butterfly on January 15th, 2019. Now this was a gift from Jen Upton, and I don't know why I can't get this done. I don't know why. I lost my momentum when I lost where I was on it and trying to figure it out so I can get it finished. So it is a Mill Hill kit. There it is there. It is so adorable. And I'm getting close. I worked on it again in 2020. But it gets frustrating because I really need to just sit and get the pattern highlighted so I can figure out where I am. Because right now I've got partial stitches, I've got partial beads. But you can see, isn't it beautiful? I still have all this in the bottom I have to finish. I have to finish all the beading here and up here. There's still stitches, actual stitches that go around it. That is floral. See if I show that. See all the floral there that I have to finish. So you can see I still got quite a ways to go. But I've been working on this since January of 2019. So it's been 2 years I've been working on this. And it's for some reason, I have no problem doing Mill Hill kits. This one, I somehow lost my way and I can't seem to find my way back. I did not leave a trail of breadcrumbs to figure out my way back, to figure out where I'm at with it. So it is sitting here, and this is one of the bags I made. I haven't shown any of my bags, but this is my patriotic bag. It's got a little bee dangling from it, and it's one of the box bottom bags, and it has all the states listed on the bottom. Normally I have a patriotic design in here, but I wanted my butterfly in there. So that's that one. My next one was Christmas Sled stocking. Now this is my husband's stocking. This is going to be a focus piece for me in 2021, and this is the bag that it's in. It's in a pretty sparkly Christmas type bag that I made. And inside it's got the gold. And this is a picture of it, and this is a dimensions kit. And this thing, again, is kind of kicking my butt. If you've never done a dimensions design, it's done on 14 count. This particular thing is done on 14 count Aida, which is fine. I wanted to use the Aida that was with it because you use several strands depending on what you're doing. Half stitches could be up to 6 strands. Cross stitches can be 2 and 3 strands, and you have all this back stitching. And I didn't want to use even weave because I felt like with all those strands it was going to pull the fabric out of warp. So I said, let's just keep it on Aida because Aida's pretty firm and it won't pull it out of warp. The issue is that I have to keep it on a Q-snap in order to do it effectively. And now my hands start to hurt when I am stitching on this in a Q-snap, trying to hold the Q-snap and to stitch. And this is the one my husband picked out that he wanted, and it's been sitting here since June 21, 19 to get done for him. So 2019, 2020, no hand stitch stocking for him. I'm going to have a hand stitch stocking for him for 2021. I'm just going to do it. So what I ordered was, I placed an order for a Case Creation lap stand to hold it. And I'm hoping that that's going to work for me. So it hasn't arrived yet, hasn't even shipped yet. I just placed the order the other day. But this is where I'm at with it right now. I keep it on this Q-snap because it just fits perfectly inside of it. And this is where I'm at. So I'm working on the sled. You can see I've got my Canadian geese up here. They're not fully backstitched yet. And I still have all the backstitching to do up to this point. I'm trying to finish. This is a page. So I'm trying to get this page finished. And then I will do all the backstitch, and then I'll move it. Sorry, you see my halo lights there. That's what all this light is. I will backstitch it and then move the Q-snap. So it was supposed to be my focus piece for the beginning of the month, but because I don't have the stand yet, I had to push it back. But I'm definitely going to make this a focus to get it done for my hubby. So that was June in 19. The next one that I started was Let It Snow Banner. And that happens to be the one that is my focus for this week, so there is more work to show on that. I gotta flip this all, it's all flipping over on me. There we go. Okay. This is just on one of those Amazon bags. So this is it here. Let It Snow Banner. I started that July 3rd, 2019. And this is another one that I really want to get done this year, so I am focusing on it. And this is where I'm at. And this is done on 28 count Lugana, which I absolutely love because it doesn't hold wrinkles. So there it is. You can see my hoop mark because I really haven't just stretched it. If I stretch it out and let it relax, it'll disappear. But there it is. I'm on the second Let It Snow. So all that second Let It Snow is what I've worked on this week so far. So you can see there, I'm on the middle of that to get that done, and it will look just like the first one here. And then you got the cabin. So I love this piece. I really want to get it done. And it is a fairly easy stitch. It's a Stoney Creek pattern. There is color changes, but it's not confetti. So it is quite an easy stitch. And since it's stitched on Lugana, I find Lugana much easier to stitch on than linen. So I am enjoying this. On this particular one, I'll show you, I should have showed you the other thing. I'm using, if you use floss bobbins, these are 2x2, I think they're coin holders. This is a coin holder page. If you've never seen that before, you do this. If you do bobbins and you're looking for a way to store your bobbins in a project, this is how I do it. This particular project has 2 sheets. And they fit perfectly in there. And if I flip this around, you can also see if I have extra off of it that I'm using, I can just tuck it behind it. You can see they're all there. And then I don't have to wind and unwind my bobbins every time I need thread. So these are awesome. I also made one of these. Show you that here. Hold on. Put this back in because this is my current project. It's got to go back out in the living room. that over here. I also made, I'm going to duck down, hold on just a minute. For Miss Christmas Eve, I made one of these, and that made quite an uproar with some people that I made this, but I'm not selling them, I just made it for me. And this is one of those, it's like a case here, and then it opens up and it holds all your bobbins. So this was for Miss Christmas Eve. Sorry about the dog barking. Hold on, I'm going to put you on hold. Sorry about that. Somebody's on the property with my husband talking about the backyard, and the dog just went nuts. Anyway, it's one of these, I want to say it was called, I don't know what they called these. Bobbin Holders, something. I don't remember. I don't even, but it's, you know, it's just made out of vinyl and fabric, and it holds all your floss on the bobbins and just closes up. So that's what I use for Miss Christmas Eve. I only made one because it was a lot of work. And then I found out about the plastic ones you could use. If I didn't want to have to make them, then I could just buy those plastic ones. So, anyway, that was a side thing, sorry. Okay, so next one after Let It Snow banner is Blackbird Designs Christmas Garden. So this was started on Christmas Day 2019. And it is in this book right here, Home for the Holidays. I know tons of people have this book, and you know what Christmas Garden looks like. But let me just show it again, just in case you just got into cross stitch or just was crawled out from under a rock or something, I don't know. There it is. It's a beautiful piece. I chose to change the colors and make them my own, and I'm also planning to change this up here to say Winter Garden, so I can keep it up all winter instead of Christmas, so it doesn't have Christmas related name to it. And it is being stitched on, see if I wrote it down here somewhere. Flip this back. Probably not. This looks like it might be doubloon. That's what it looks like. It is definitely 36 count. And this is what it looks like right now. I got the border all the way across, and then I'm working on the motifs. And I'll share with you my colors, although they're not easy to find colors because they're Victoria motto colors. But I like it bright and cheery, so that's what I'm doing. I'm using 'Tis the Season Poison Apple from Victoria Motto. This one is called something Wheatfield. I cut a hole in it, I can't see, but it's something Wheatfield. I have a Gassed Tarnished Gold for the brownish color. And then a 'Tis the Season Tortoiseshell from Victoria Motto for the greens. And she lists the color conversions on here. So this is like 3051. And Tarnished Gold. And then I don't know if these have a conversion on them. No, there is no DMC conversion for the gold and the red. But those are the colors I'm using. And I think they're just gorgeous. They're so bright. And it looks awesome on this fabric. Sorry about the wrinkles. So just beautiful, love it, need to get back to it. Another one I need to get back to. I need to stop starting new things and finish some of these big things. The smaller things are easy to finish, but these big things, I can't seem to spend enough time on them to get them done. So that was Blackbird Designs Christmas Garden. My next one was the 2020 Linens and Threads Sampler, the Quaker Sampler. And I started it on January 22nd, 2020, so now I'm into 2020. And unfortunately, I didn't stick with it very long because, and this is I'll show you this. This is one of Victoria's Crafty Rooms. This is one of her project bags she started making in the very beginning when she started doing them. She made this one for me with a little J. We did a bag swap, and just so cute, patriotic bag. And this is what I keep it in right now. And the reason I stopped was because I was having a hard time. I think I stopped about March because I'm using silk and my hands from working were so rough and dry, I kept snagging my silk, so I had to stop. So this is a Silks for You silk. It is PR, you can see that, PR111. It's a beautiful green. And I'm doing this on a 36 count. It's like a minty green linen that I hand dyed myself. And this is the way it goes here. And this is where it's at. Hold on, let me fold and then pull so we can get the wrinkles out. There we go. So that's where I was at with it. And I just had to give it up because the silks kept snagging on my fingers and it was ruining the silk. So I was hoping to pick it up in the summertime when my hands weren't as rough and dry, but I never did. But I'm not giving up on it. I really want to get this done because it's such a beautiful design. And I love the two-tone green. So I got the pattern. I'll continue to hang on to it until I get the urge to get that started again. And then my next one is Hands-On Designs Winter Chalkboard. Now this one I started twice. I don't think I have the other piece, but I started this originally on a gray piece of fabric. And for those that don't know, this is the pattern here. This is the one that was with Hirschner's. You had to contact Hirschner's to get it because it was part of a calendar. And she has since come out with new designs for the chalkboard seasons. But I got this right when all that hoopla was going on about this design. And I started it on a gray and I really wasn't loving it. So I started it again on a black, which is not easy to see. And this is as far as I got with the black. So will I continue doing it? I don't know. I want to get it done. It is an adorable chart. I got much farther on the gray one before I ditched it and started it back over again. I still have the gray one, but I was hoping to get it done on this black because I thought it stood out a lot more on the black. But we'll see if I finish it or not. Will I buy the other ones? No, I probably won't. I have so many different other things that I want to stitch that I don't know if I'll do that. This is being stored in a little half bag that I made. I've made a few of these. And it's just a little half-size bag. None of my bags ever match what's in them. This one's more of a spring bag. And again, it has my little bee hanging from it. And then I hang my little thread that, you know, thread my fabric on my needle, or thread my floss on my needle. It's hanging on there too, so I didn't misplace it. So that is that one. Let's see, Winter Woodland Stocking. Now I started this stocking on February 19, 2020. I wanted to make a stocking for my son as well. He's 20. And I never did make him a stocking, and I really wanted to. And it is in this book right here, Christmas in the Woods by Stoney Creek. You can see the designs right here on the bottom. I started stitching this with Amy from Amy Loves Toads and Crystal. Crystal is in a lot of the Facebook groups, and she's one of my Facebook friends, one of my stitchy friends, and she was starting the big one up here. She wasn't going to do the stocking, she wanted to do the picture. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to ask her. Crystal, if you're watching this, did you continue working on that? What are you doing with it? You're going to have to update us and let us know how that's going because I haven't seen it from you. But Amy is all the way down probably to about here. She's down to the head of the deer right now with hers. And I just fell off on this. I had so many other things that I wanted to work on that I let it lapse. And now, again, I want this done by Christmas. I really do. These stockings are not that difficult. And it's being stitched on in 28, it's either a 28 or a 32, I had a note, Mushroom Lugana. I'm looking to see if I kept the note in here or not. Nope. Nope. That's one of my things. I've got to start making, I'll talk about that in my regular floss tube. I'm not going to go off on that. Okay, so this is where I'm at with it. I got the cardinal in, the first cardinal, and that was it. But just beautiful, vibrant colors. Aren't they beautiful? There's a beautiful, bright, cheery colors. So again, this is probably going to end up on my plans at some point during the year here, and I'll explain my plans and how I'm stitching in my regular floss tube video that I will shoot. Not today, but another day. I will get a few hours to put it all together. I have a lot to share in my regular floss tube update because I haven't done an update in months, so I have a lot of stuff to share on that, and we'll talk about my plans and how I'm going to get some of these completed. The next one is Winter Time. This is the design that was gifted to me from Barb of Lost in Floss. And I started stitching it because Barb and Leanne both had finished this design and I really loved it and wanted to do it. I'm looking for the colored picture and I might not have, oh there it is, there it is, okay. So there's the picture of it. I'm still working on this. Every time I pull this out or I see it, I think of Barb. Barb lost her fight to cancer January of 2020, and she is greatly missed. She is greatly missed. She was a light in this community. She was awesome with finishing and quilting and cross-stitching and showing the things that she was working on. It was absolutely fabulous. So she is greatly missed. I started this on March 20, 2020. So it was started in honor of her. And I have gotten this far. I haven't got nearly as far. Oops, got floss and everything in here. Nearly as far as I wanted to get, but I'm still working on it and I enjoy pulling it out. When I think about her, I pull this out. So there it is there. I'm doing my own color conversion on it, using whatever colors that I had. And this piece is a piece of, let me see if I have it written down here. And a lot of the colors I'm using are Victoria Moto and Gast threads. This is a piece of Oaken. Picture this plus 28 count Oaken. And at first I wasn't thrilled about that dye. You see how it missed the dye spot there? Right, you see this big blob of clear, and I wasn't sure what I was going to do with this fabric when I received it, but I really like it with this design. I like that it kind of skims across it. So I will continue to work on this. This will get done, and I will do this into a pillow like Barb did hers, Barb and Leanne. And hopefully I'll get that done soon. I'm sure it'll end up on my plans. It's on some month. I don't know when. My next one is One Nation, Bygone Stitches. And I have worked on it this month. So if you've followed me for a while, you know that I started this back in, let's see, One Nation. April 12th, 2020 is when I originally started this. And I was doing it in sulky threads on a piece of, what was this fabric? I don't remember what it was. I want to say it's a, I hate when I can't remember. Hold on. Hold on, One Nation. 36 count Bramble that I over dyed with pearl gray red. So I wanted it darker because I felt like the white wasn't going to stand out on it. And I was using the sulky threads. And after I stitched on it for a little while, I wasn't loving it. I wasn't loving the way that the sulky threads looked on this. I thought they were a little too tight, probably because it's 36 count. It was over dyed and I over dyed it again. So I ended up pulling everything out and restarting it with DMCs. So the DMC Colorful Colors. So, and I got, right now I'm at 2 stars, 2 states. That's what I finished this month. So that is my initial plan. Every Sunday to stitch on this and get 2 stars, 2 states done. So I can get it done within the half a year. So every month, every week, every Sunday. every Sunday. So there it is there. And I'm loving it with the DMCs. I think they're gorgeous. I love it on the gray fabric. I think the white just pops right off of there. So I think it's going to be perfect. And 36, so it's not too overly large for me to deal with. So I'm excited about this one again. I wasn't excited. I'm excited now again. And of course, this is my patriotic bag that it's in with all my flosses and my hoop, because I stitched with a hoop. So that was in April of 2020. My next one that I have as a WIP is going to be Snow Cardinals, which is almost completed at this point. I did work on this again this month. This was a Mania start. It was on 5/5 of 2020. And it is by Just Nan. It is called Snow, but I call it Snow Cardinals. And as you can see, this is called an over-the-top limited edition 2009 kit. I did not have the kit. I just got a hold of some of these particular patterns, and I love that cardinal and said, I need to do this. So this is where I'm at with it. Let me see, I'm going to put the thing on top here because it is small. And I am almost completely done. I have just a few little dinky things I need to do to finish it off. I got to add the eyes. I need to put the jewel in the center, and I have some, I don't know if it's stitches or beads. No, I got all the stitches done. It's just the eyes and the bead in the center and to get it fully finished. And I went over to Hobby Lobby to try to find a jewel. Now this thing in the very center here, right there, that is a jewel. It is flat-backed red jewel with gold around it. And to try to find something that was going to work was impossible. But I found this that I thought was really cool. And it is a red and it sparkles. I know you guys can't see that sparkle, but it's real sparkly. It's got a silver, it's flat-backed. And I thought I could probably put that on the top of it. So that I can't show you, but I'll make sure in my regular video I show you my finally finished object. It's going to be round, and it's going to have that bead in the center, and I think it's going to be really beautiful. So I'm excited to get this finished. I'm almost done with it. It'll get done this week sometime. So that will no longer be a languishing WIP. The next one is A Star, another Mania start. It was started on the 7th. I'm still not finished with it. It has a lot of gold metallic in it. This is what it looks like. Hold on, I gotta get all this string that's hanging on it. Get my needle on the edge. And this is what it, I'll show you a picture. Hold on. Let's show a picture first. See if I have a picture. I don't have a picture. So I'm gonna flash. This is out of Just Cross Stitch magazine. 2007. It is the Sunflower Seed is the designer. It's called the Star, so I'm just going to hold it back here. It's like the Star of Bethlehem with all the trailing lights and stuff. And it says, a star dancing in the night. And this is what mine, let go flash, there we go. I'm trying to figure out which way it goes. This way, this way. This is where I'm at with it. So I've got all that gold. And this is Petite Treasure braid that I'm using. And I'm working on the border right now, so that's what I've done in the last 30 days. I've started putting the border in. And most of these little ones now, they'll end up in my projects, because I work on one project a week, that's my plan. And then if I need a break from that project, I'll grab one of these little ones that I need to finish. So that's A Star, started in May of 20. The Joy ornament is the other ornament that I started during Mania that's not finished. And again, this is from Just Cross Stitch magazine. I'm going to show it real quick because I just have the thing. There it is there. Just a simple pattern. And this is almost done too. All I have to do is finish the gold, the stars. So not far at all to get that done. I'm sure I can get that done this year. I'm sure. The next one is Four Seasons Band Sampler. So this is also from a Just Cross Stitch magazine, and I printed out because I have the digital copies. And this is what it looks like. You have 4 different patterns that are in 4 different issues of the magazine from the 2011 year 2011. It comes in 4 different issues. And I'm going to tilt it a little so you guys can see it better. I really love this design. It's so adorable. And I started it, and I started originally right here in the center. I was starting from here and working up, and I did this little bee skep. And I'm sure I still got that over here. Where is it? There it is. And it is all, I want to say it's Smyrna crosses. Is it all Smyrna crosses? It might be all Smyrna crosses. So it was quite a bit of work. And so there it is there. And then I realized that I didn't place it right on my fabric. That I just missed figuring out where the center of my fabric was. So I was not going to have enough fabric to finish the whole design. So I ended up stopping right there, cut this out, save the rest of the fabric, and start it over. So this is where I'm at with it now. So that was on a linen, and this is on an even weave. And I think this was, yeah, this is hand dyed by me. And I finished spring, except for the bottom border between. So I've done all the way and all the bunnies and stuff. This is where my next stitch is going, is this band right there. And it's got a lot of specialty stitches, and I'm really loving the specialty stitches. I love doing it. It's lots of fun. But there it is. So it's my plan to do summer, the next one down, and work on that probably March and April to try to get that done. So I'm sure it'll be a focus of mine for March and April. And I'm sure this is probably a 28 count even weave. Probably, I don't know. Let's see, did I put that in my app? Let's see. I have no idea if I did or I didn't. I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Hold on. It is a 32 count. It was a cream linen that I over dyed to give it more modeling. Just a slight modeling to it. You can see it. So, and it's a big piece. I mean, if I hold this up, it is a big, long piece with all 4 of them. So it's really nice band. It'll make a nice framed or a bell pull type design. They've got it framed there, but it is quite long. So that one again is in the 2011 Just Cross Stitch magazine. The next design is 'Tis the Season. I started this in August 20. And it was Shannon Christine came out with a series of ornaments that she was doing that were just too stinking cute. And I will post a picture of what they look like here. And I just had to have them. It was a club you joined. You got charged monthly. She would email you the patterns. And I was on 'Tis the Season. So that's where I was. I decided to do it on black. I don't know if you can see that or not. Do I have something to hold it up? Hold on. There we go. So there it is. And for some reason I stalled on this and I never did finish it. And I didn't do any of the others. But I have them and I may try to do them this year. And I decided I might try to change up the fabric, and black is very difficult to stitch on. So I have a piece of, this was just opalescent fabric that I hand dyed a more tan color because I saw someone did them with the opalescent tan and I thought that was gorgeous. So I was going to try the next one on this. So here this sits in another one. This is my little Mama Joan bag. This is the only Mama Joan I have. This is the one she gifted to me when I met her in Minnesota over this last summer. Not last summer, 2019, summer of 2019, when we were traveling in the RV, and I met Mama Joan at Stitchville, USA, and she gifted me this bag. And that's what my Christmas ornaments are in. So that was in August 20th that I started those. And there was a series of it was 2 a month for August, September, October, November, 5. So there should have been 10 of them, and then there were 5 bonus ones that she gave you free. So quite a few ornaments to do. Let's see. The next one is Feed Your Soul. So I saw this on Etsy, and I just loved it and had to have it and said, I need to do this. So this is by Stitches Through the Years, and it's called Like a, nope, that's Like a Cherry Blossom. That's not the one I want. There it is. This one's called Feed Your Soul. And there it is there. It was just so beautiful and delicate. I was like in awe of it, how beautiful and delicate it looked in the muted colors. So of course I had to run and buy that. And of course it's very wrinkled right now. So I apologize again for the wrinkles. Hold on, my needle has caught both fabrics. There we go. I usually try to stick my needle into the selvage edge so that I don't lose it. But this is where I'm at with it. I got that far before I got distracted with something else. And this is a piece of fabric, a piece of linen that I hand dyed myself. I'm sure it is a 36 count or a 40. I don't know if I wrote in here what it is. Probably not. Let me check my phone, because I'm not organized enough to write all this down before I do all this. It is a 40 count linen that I hand dyed myself. So there it is. It's like a tannish color. And those colors are just so beautiful. Somebody else is stitching this I've seen recently in a floss tube, and I'm like, yep, that I have that too. Am I ever going to get it done? So, and here's the flosses. They're all wrinkled too. But just beautiful colors. I mean, they are just beautiful. Look at that. Just beautiful, beautiful colors. So I will work on this sometime this year. Will I finish it this year? Probably not, but I will work on it. At some point, I will have a day, at least one day, where I will work on this. And maybe I can commit myself to committing to, that's a good idea. I like that idea. Let's commit to at least touching every single WIP I have this year for at least one day. Ideally, 2. So twice that I'm going to touch them. So I'm going to have to put that on my planner and see if I can touch them at least twice, if not more, times throughout this year to get some work on each one of them. I don't know if you noticed or not, Santa the Forest sitting here, finished him December 21st of last year of 2020, and I just want him to stay up. I don't care if Christmas is over. He's going to stay up hanging behind me until he gets framed, because I absolutely adore him. Isn't he gorgeous? He's just gorgeous. I just love him, love him, love him. If you have not stitched this and you have this pattern in your stash, go get it and stitch it. It is full coverage. I mean, you can see, it took me a while. It's full coverage, but so, so worth it. I just adore him. Anyway, back to what we were talking about. The next one was actually a new start. So was Feed Your Soul. That was a new start at some point, right? I started it, but this one here has a little backstory to it. So I was watching Crosshatch Quilts, and she showed this pattern, and I was in awe, because I love the holidays. I love Thanksgiving, and trying to find a Thanksgiving piece that really speaks to me is not easy. I have a few, but when I saw this, and when you look at it on the book, it's like, yeah, it's really cute, but you know, it's okay. But seeing Crosshatch Quilts show this on her video and her stitch piece, I was like, I have to find this. I have to find this design. So I immediately went on Stash Unloading in search of, and posted a picture and said, I'm looking for this. Does anybody know where I can get this particular pattern? And a woman was so sweet on the group. She messaged me, which is Bonnie. I'm not going to say her last name because I didn't ask. And Bonnie says, hey, I know the last time I saw it was at this particular shop. She thinks she had one copy left. You know, give her a call. So, or do the email. I think it wasn't a call. It was a web address, I think. So I went on the web. I found it. They did have it. I ordered it immediately. Got back to her and said, I got it. And she said, awesome. And she started asking me, what's the big deal with this pattern? Because I've seen this before. where people are looking for this. She goes, have you seen it stitched up? So I told her where I had seen it. And she went and looked, and she got back to me. She said, oh my God, that looks so gorgeous. She said, I do have this pattern. Let's start it. Let's start it together. So we did. On November 8th, I started this pattern. And I absolutely love it. I worked on it for a little while. I'm definitely getting this done before November of this year because I absolutely adore this pattern. It is a Mill Hill, and the book is called Autumn Gathering. So this is the book I'm talking about. And this is the pattern I'm talking about with the pilgrims. I love that. I love that. And it says, we gather together to ask the Lord's blessing. And you know what I love? Look at the turkey. Can you guys see that turkey? Can you see that? Look at the long legs on that turkey. I think that's so cool. But I love it. The pilgrims, the Indians, the pumpkins, the vines. I love the whole thing. So, had to have it. I got it. I was so grateful to Bonnie for helping me find the pattern. I am stitching this on a piece of hand dyed by Rolanda, moss green, 28 count, with the called for colors, which are just beautiful. And this is where I'm at with it. So I started running that border. Let me see if I can flip this. Hold on. So we don't have to show the whole thing. There we go. And this is where I'm at with my border. There it is. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. I love that border with the acorns. And it's beautiful in this fabric. I don't think that fabric is showing better right there. That's the color of the green. And I think it's going to be just stunning on this fabric. I wasn't sure if I was going to like it on this fabric. I was leery about the darkness of the fabric and the design, but I think with the whites and the colors in that, it's going to be just gorgeous. So excited about this piece. We'll definitely have this on my radar as I get a little closer to the summertime. And so grateful to Bonnie for helping me purchase that pattern. Thank you, Bonnie. Okay, the next one that I started was a Doreen Jones. So Doreen Jones has a couple of Facebook groups. And on her Facebook group, she has a lot of freebies. So if you didn't know that, you need to go check it out. She has some really cute designs that I think are adorable to work, smaller designs that are easy to work. I will try to remember. I'm sorry, I'm getting a dry throat. Hold on. Sorry. I will try to remember to post below the names of the groups, because I don't know off the top of my head, that you can go and get freebie patterns for Doreen Jones. I'm going to flash this because it is a freebie, but I don't have a color picture of it. This one is called Rose Picture 3. So this is what it looks like. And this is where I'm at with it. I am stitching it on, I want to say this is a 28 or 32 count Lugana. That's like a sky blue type color. And because I don't think I have the tag for, oh, I do. Here we go. Sometimes I got things. 32 count hand dyed Jobelin Summer Sky. And this has DMCs and beads. And this is where I'm at with it. And it's so stinking cute. Look at that. It's going to make such a cute pillow. It's just beautiful. Look at, those are all beads here. There's beads up here. I still have to, there's beads along the frame, and I still have to outline the entire frame. But I absolutely love this design. And this particular one has 3 different designs with similar frames. So I think it would be a nice little group of 3. So that was the first one that I started. Really love it. Again, I'll try to remember to put the name of the Facebook groups down below so you guys can check it out. Who doesn't love free patterns? And when there's smalls and stuff, it makes it lots of fun to have something different to work on. The next one that I started was December 25th, and that was Needle Nick. Now, I do not have Needle Nick here. He is the one that I have in my car that I stitch at lunchtime. So I'm going to post a picture here of where I'm at with Needle Nick right now. And I have had these patterns as kits forever. and I really need to get them done. So I'm pushing to get Needle Nick done, and then my next one will be Flossie Claus. So I want Mr. and Mrs. Claus completed so I can get them into stand-ups. I have almost all of the stand-ups, the original stand-ups. I was so thrilled to see that they re-released them for those people that couldn't get hold of these kits. But I have almost all of the stand-ups and with their kit supplies, so I really need to get them done because I think they're just the most adorable thing. So that's that one. 2 more to go. Nope, 1 more to go. My last start of 2020 was on my birthday, December 31st. I started this. Now, I've had this pattern for quite a while, but I saw Jennifer from Stitching in the Bluegrass pull this out and said she was going to start it, and I told her I had the pattern. She said, oh, you need to start it with me, and I said, I don't know if I have the stuff for it, and I hemmed and hawed for the longest time, and then decided this really needs to be my birthday start. This is called The 7 Virtues by La Ti Da. There it is there. I'm doing it in my own colors. Chose my own colors for this, and I am doing this on a piece of, I think this is called, oh my gosh, what was this called? Do I still have a name on it? Probably not. This was, who is the designer? The dyer. I know the dyer on this. It's on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember. It's called, it's horrible. I can't remember. But it is a cloudy white, if I can remember. Maybe I put it in my app. Let's see if I put it in my app, because for some reason I don't see the thing. 7 Virtues. London Fog Jobelin, and I can't remember who the dyer is, but this is my start on it. So I'm using my own color choices for this, and that's supposed to say gentleness, which is in the middle there. So London Fog, it's got like a white and tint of gray to it. It's really pretty. Really, really pretty. And I'm using, again, Vittoria Motto threads and gast. This is 'Tis the Season Moss, which is like a grayish color. The darker color is Onyx from Gentle Arts. Then I am using America the Beautiful and that's Victoria Motto for the red. And that looks horrible. That looks orange, but this is such a red. That is a horrible looking color. But it is a vibrant, dark red. It's not orange like that's showing. And then Harvest Basket for the gold. So really wanted to get this started. Hopefully, Jen, you started yours too, and maybe we can work on them together sometime. So those are all my WIPs that I'm taking into 2021 with me. 24 WIPs. I am hoping to pare it down to 12 to 14 before the end of this year. That is my plan. I don't want to have this many WIPs again. And a lot of them, as you can see, are quite large. So I really need to work on not really starting anything new, although I have, oh, and I have 2 more that I want to show you. Okay, let's back up a second. I have 2 more that I have ditched. So let's just show you what I've ditched real quick for this year. Because as I went through this list, I said, I'm ditching these. I can't do them. And I'll tell you why. Both of them are going to be restarts. So this is the first one. It was a cat in a snowman's clothing. I started this in 2019. It's just a little ornament. It's so cute. Hillside Samplings. And this is where I was with it. And I realized that the fabric's probably not big enough. It's going to go too close to the edge for me to be able to, and I don't know what I was thinking, me to be able to do anything with it. So I said, I'm going to ditch this and get another piece of fabric and I'll restart this again, maybe in the fall. So that was the one. The second one was a Mania start because, oh, I'm sorry, the zippy noises. Hanwok Maniac, which is, oh God, help me. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Brenda, Hanwok Maniac. She was starting this as a Mania start, and I wanted to start it too when she was starting hers, and it's spring, Cricut Collection Spring. So I chose to start it on a sky blue fabric. And this is my start. This is the eye. And I felt like this fabric's way too light for this. It's just not going to pop those whites. I had to outline the white so you could see it. And I didn't want to have to do that. So this is going to get started over this year at some point. And I'm going to do this on a darker blue. This is a Wedgwood Lugana 32 count. So it's a much darker, you can see, I'll hold this up. It is a much darker blue. Well, not a much darker, but a darker blue. And I think the whites are going to pop on it more than they pop on this. Because this is like a white blue. It's very light. And this is darker. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to restart this. This is not a big project. This is not something that should take forever. I may end up finishing up what I can of this design, cutting it out and make an ornament out of it. I hate to see it go to waste. It'll be a spring ornament. I'll figure out something to put on it to make it a spring ornament. But at some point I'll restart this. Hopefully in March I'll restart that. So those are my two ditches to restart. I guess that's it. I have plans on shooting another video, an actual update video, so you guys can see what I've been working on, what I'm doing, what I've acquired. Too much acquiring going on. I really need to stop acquiring. I've got way too much. I've been organizing. I have plans for organization that I want to share with you. I want to share with you my new Happy Planner plans and how I've got it set up. And hopefully I'll do that within the next 7 days. And until then, thank you so much. If you've hung in after all this of watching my WIP Parade, thank you so much for watching. I did want to mention, if you've made it this far, if you haven't noticed, I've stopped doing monetization on my channel. I really find it to be not worth the aggravation that it causes the viewers to have to go through and have these videos pop up before, in the middle, whatever they're doing, to disturb what you're watching and having to click, you know, skip ads. So I made the decision to not monetize my channel any longer. I'm kind of going in the direction of something Amy from Amy Love Toad started, which I thought was an awesome idea, and it is Buy Me a Cup of Coffee. So there is a website called buymeacupofcoffee.com where you can set up and have a link for people to donate, to buy you a cup of coffee, buy you stitchy supplies, to say thank you, to help support the channels so that we have the money to do the giveaways and to mail out packages and postage and all those different things. It kind of helps with those expenses because all of us love to receive a free stitchy gift in the mail and stuff like that, and it does get very costly. For those who have drawings all the time, it is quite an expense, especially if you're shipping something that's more than a 1/4 inch thick. You go into the retail pricing, which is $3.50 and up to mail something. So I'm going to post a link below to buy me a cup of coffee. If you have enjoyed this video and have enjoyed my videos in the past and would like to buy me a cup of coffee or buy me stitchy supplies, you're more than welcome to use the link below to donate to my channel and help me support me so that I can send out more stuff, so I can do more giveaways on the channel. And I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for spending all this time with me, 1 hour. So if you hung on this long, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I have so many stitchy plans, so many patterns to show, so many things that I have purchased. I'm never going to do it all in my lifetime. We all know that that's true. There's two different hobbies here. There's the collecting of stitching supplies, and then there's the stitching. So the stitching supplies I'm going to try. I'm not going to do no new starts for this year. I just can't. Because I have plans for starts. Am I going to curb my purchasing? I'm going to try my best to curb the purchasing because it has gotten out of control again, and I'm purchasing way more than I'll ever be able to stitch. So I'm going to try to stick with what I have. You may see me purchase a few things here and there, but it's not going to be a constant anymore. And I'm also going to work on, there is a new hashtag on Instagram called 12, is it called 12 in 21? That's what it's called, 12, I'll put the hashtag up here, 12 and 21 Christmas ornament sale. I think that's what it is. I will post it up here. And so to do one order a month for the 12 months. So I have plans to do that. I'll discuss that as well in my stitchy plans when I do my update video on how I'm going to reach my 12 and 21 in between everything else that I'm doing. So I will share that as well. Again, thank you so much for visiting with me. Love you all. Thank you all. And I'm glad to be back doing videos again. I'm going to try to keep it going. I was doing monthly. I'm going to try to start doing bi-weekly. We'll see if I can get to that point where I can do them bi-weekly. It'll probably be less stressful because I'm not doing a lot of stitching on multiple items within a 2-week period. So it'll be a lot quicker videos. So again, thank you so much. We'll see you later. Bye.